Welcome to the 11th episode of Ultimate Overview, a show where we go over each item in Fortnite and explain its strengths, weaknesses, and its role in the game today. My name is Jackson, and in today's episode we're going to talk about the original heavy-hitting pistol, the Revolver. Like all of our weapons so far, the Revolver was added at the start of Battle Royale during the preseason. Originally it dealt 54, 57, and 60 damage at a fire rate of 0.9. It was vaulted in Update 5.40, then unvaulted in Content Update 9.30, adding Epic and Legendary variants and increasing its fire rate to 1.5. It would be vaulted again for Chapter 2 Season 1, then unvaulted in only Epic and Legendary in Chapter 2 Season 4, vaulted for Season 5, fully unvaulted in Season 6, then completely vaulted in Season 7. It would return one final time in Chapter 3 Season 2, sticking around for 2 seasons before being vaulted for the last time for the start of Chapter 3 Season 4. Currently it's available in Reload, though for reasons we'll go over soon, it remains mostly unused. The Revolver has one strategy it's commonly used in, Pump Deagle. As we outlined in the pump video, the strategy goes like this. Use the shotgun for a high damage shot, then switch to the revolver for another high damage shot, then rinse and repeat. In modern Fortnite, this really only works in zero builds since opponents can just build in your way, but it's still a somewhat viable strategy. The revolver is also a decent long range option, though oftentimes it'll be outgunned by a mammoth pistol, sniper rifle, etc. This leads to the revolver's greatest weakness. Damage falloff for the uninitiated is a game balancing feature used by most FPS, or in this case TPS, games. Damage falloff is mainly used on weapons to prevent them from being too overpowered at long ranges. Think about it like this. Imagine you could fire a P90 from 150 meters out and it still dealt 20 damage per shot. That'd probably be a bit too OP. Now imagine an assault rifle with a scope that deals 50 plus damage headshots 250 meters out. So instead of doing that, Fortnite has a damage falloff system. The problem, however, arises when your pistol is supposed to be good at long range. The Revolver uses a worse damage falloff pattern than the Scar, starting to lose damage past 30 meters, while the Scar only starts to go down past 50. For a weapon that's supposed to be good at range, that's surprisingly close. In addition, it completely lacks a scope, meaning you have to stand still for first shot accuracy to reset, and it has a fair amount of bloom when you move around, so you're pretty much a sitting duck while you wait for the gun to reset. And on top of all of that, the first shot accuracy resets at the same speed it did when it had a fire rate of 0.9, meaning it effectively only got buffed when hip firing. I think it's pretty clear to me that the Revolver is horribly outdated. Now, originally, this is where I would have put the outro, added the weapon to the tier list, and called it a day. But after playing with the Revolver in Reload and in Creative, I only have one thing to say. This thing is garbage. If you've been paying attention during these clips I've been showing throughout the video, the majority of them rely on the heavy damage of the pump. So, in truth, I'm not really using Pump Revolver, I'm basically just using the Revolver while I wait for the pump to pump again. I give the Revolver some credit. In Creative against people using Gatekeepers and that stupid Jules grapple tech I can't figure out for the life of me, it did get a few kills. That's kind of the same as saying, oh well, you can get a kill with a slide kick. Like, yeah, it's possible, but it's so impractical that it's almost never worth going for. The Revolver is inaccurate up close, it's got too much recoil, it sucks at long ranges, I just can't justify carrying this weapon over anything better at all. On the tier list, I'm going to put the Revolver in D tier, below the burst but above grenades. It's been too long since it received a buff in any meaningful way, and the singular buff it did receive didn't really help it all that much. Really, if they want it to be viable, the best thing they can do is buff its damage at range and maybe give it some better hipfire accuracy. It'd still be few people's preferred choice, but at least be usable. Anyhow, if you all enjoyed everything this video had to offer, consider subscribing because it helps out a lot. The next video in this series is going to go over the rocket launcher, so stay tuned for that soon. I've been Jackson, and this was Ultimate Overview. Thanks, guys.